Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Today I'm going to start with the relationship reading. So, as usual, take what resonates, leave what does not resonate. I do this for the highest good, the highest healing, those who need to hear the messages the most. So if it's not your story, don't force things to fit. We all have masculine and feminine energies. You know, it doesn't have to be him and her, male, female. If I say it, just take it as it applies, okay? The energy is fluid, so it could be past, present, future. And, you know, this is for whenever you see it. It doesn't really matter. If it's today, a year from now, doesn't matter. You're meant to hear the message. And I think that's about everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. So for this relationship here, situationship, whatever y'all got going on with another person, there's a lot to do with communication and healing, and those seem to be together. So there's something that may have happened before, and maybe you guys aren't in communication or haven't really communicated or had a discussion or anything about it, and that's the way that healing is going to take place, is by actually having a conversation or kind of opening the door for that to happen. All right. Now for some of you, if you are in business, or this is just personal, however you want to take it, but there is something here that it's important for you to handle your emotions. Okay, you have to learn how to handle when constructive criticism, if somebody pisses you off, if somebody's has a fucking attitude, like, you have to learn how to check yourself so you don't basically mirror that energy back to them. All right, just because somebody's having a shitty day doesn't mean that it has to affect your mood. You have to be in control of your emotions, because if not, then you're giving your power to somebody else, and they have the power to control you and get you to act in any way they want you to act. So whatever it is, if it's business or personal, this is very effective for both, okay? Because you don't want to deal with someone in business, and because you're pissed off or you have a customer complaining, you know, it changes your mood, and then you have a bad day. And it's the same in relationships. Just because your partner's pissed off doesn't mean that you have to reciprocate that. You just be like, all right, you're mad. Let me know when you're done and we'll talk about it. You know, so see how you're addressing this, but it's important for you to control your emotions, okay? Especially if you're having conversations about difficult things. But for some of you here, there's things that you may have received blessings, or Spirit's been bringing you blessings, or there's some combination of something that you've either been working on or you've been getting gifted with. But they want you to remember to be grateful for what it is that you've been given, all right? And you have to continue to do the work and put in the effort for whatever it is that you were blessed with. It's not, you know, you were given it and now you just get to chill and that's it. That's not Spirit saying you have to continue to do the work and show gratitude for these things. Now, there's an energy here that maybe you might be envious of somebody else, or what somebody else has or somebody else is creating, you know, and for some it might be even like maybe you were rejected from it and somebody else got the job or the promotion that you wanted. Or if it's relationship for you, then maybe it's that you were rejected and they went towards somebody else and you're jealous, or there's some type of envy here. You know, whatever it is, it's like, all of this requires you to be authentic, okay? It requires you to stand in your truth. Don't look at a rejection as something personal. Look at it as a redirection towards something that's meant for you, you know, that's going to bring you to something better. So don't feel that way about rejection, and don't be envious of what others have. Everyone has a different path. Everyone has different blessings, okay? And everyone has a different time for these things. So don't be envious of what somebody else has, whether it's finances, health, relationships, you know, whatever they got going on is exactly what they have going on. It has nothing to do with you. So there's no need for that. Excuse me. Now, there is something here that someone may have had an affair or some type of relationship, okay? Because this is the situationship, relationship, whatever you got going on. And like I said, communication is important. So I feel like you guys may have already fallen out, or you guys aren't talking right now. So with all of this being said, there may have been an affair that caused you guys to stop talking. So it could have been either another man, another woman, however that resonates for you. And whatever it was that happened here, maybe you were seduced or vice versa. But they're saying spirit is working to bring this union back together. So you know how this fits your story, whether it's you or the other person. Hi, Brittany. How are you? Excuse me. So whatever this is, spirit is working to bring this back together for you. And they're saying again, like whatever it is that you're being blessed with, you still have to continue to put effort in. So this is the second time. So if this is, like I said, if it's business, then, you know, whatever you're being blessed with, continue to work on it and build it. Don't just let it go by the wayside. And if it's relationship, then if they bring you a person back that you've been wanting and hoping for, then you need to continue to put the same effort and energy in. You can't just say, okay, they came back and just kind of let it be what the fuck it is, because it's gonna turn to shit, basically, is what they're saying. They're gonna turn to shit. Excuse me. So yeah, there's somebody here that, like I said, if you guys kind of fell off or fell out with somebody, there's someone that doesn't like being single, like they don't like being alone, and they might go out of their way to keep somebody with them, or like beg or plead or whatever. Like you're doing too much to keep somebody. Okay, if you have to do all that, maybe reevaluate and maybe not your person. Okay, because that's not how relationships should be. It should be a mutual want to be there. You know, but somebody here is afraid of losing somebody else. Okay, so whatever this is, if you guys weren't talking, there was an affair. This is a lot of information at this point. Whatever's going on here, just understand what is not meant for you is not meant for you, and what is will always be yours. It's okay. There's not a I need to fight, I need to do this, I need to beg, I need to plead. It's no, it's sometimes you need space. Sometimes you grow in separate directions. Sometimes you need this time apart so that you can come back together. So don't force things that when you force it, it's not going to work out the way you want it to. Okay, so whatever attachments you have to this, you need to let them go, because if you keep on with this energy, it's not going to go the way you want it to. Some of you guys need to go outside if you haven't been outside. You know, I can't say it's nice. The weather here is fucking crazy. So it's nice one day, cold the next day, raining another day, probably snow and hail tomorrow. I don't fucking know. But somewhere in between that, find time to go outside, you know, enjoy the weather. But whatever it is here. Okay, well, that makes sense, Brittany, because I'm reading this and I'm just like, oh, here we go. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm reading right now. Sorry. So whatever it is here, this energy, it's like there's an energy of somebody feels like this is my home. Like, okay. I'm going to have to go back and kind of put this back together in a second. But there's here that there's like an emotional attachment with somebody else. And there's you feel like home to me, whoever this is. Okay. Now, like I said, I feel like this is people that are not in communication right now due to something that happened before. All right. So whatever that is, there's a whole nother individual. And for some of you, there may have been given like an ultimatum, or they had to decide, like, do you want me or do you want this other person? Because there is emotional attachment to somebody else. Oh, Brittany, I'm sorry. I don't want you to be sad. So whatever this is here, you know, maybe it's like you found out about it and you're just like, you know what, you need to decide what the fuck it is you want to do. Piss or get off the pot. Like, leave me the fuck alone. But like I said, there's a connection. There's definitely an emotional connection, okay, to somebody else besides you. And maybe that's where it came into, you need to figure out what the fuck it is you want to do, because I'm not going to sit here and play this game with you. And for some of you, it led to an ending. Okay. And all right. Yeah, because they're showing me like there was a third party. Like, again, I keep getting this third party energy. And they're showing me that there was an ending. So it may have ended. The third party may have ended, or whatever external shit was going on may have ended. But like I said, there's an emotional connection. So even if they stop talking, there's that connection that's still there. So I don't know, man. I don't know, just because, like I said, we end up in situations and it's not so much for, oh, they hurt me, they want to do this deliberately. It's not that. It's we came here to learn lessons and we chose the people that were going to help us to learn those lessons. And sometimes they're not in the most pleasant manner. Okay, so try not to hold grudges or be so angry. And again, as I'm saying this, they're telling me that there's a lesson attached to this. So yeah, so like I said, there, you know, this was probably just something that needed to be learned. There was a lesson in this, whether it was, you know, forgiveness, whether it's understanding you need to go with your heart, you know, that you shouldn't treat people a certain way. Like, you have to sit with yourself and see what the lesson is in this. And sometimes it's being attached or too attached to wanting something or somebody, you know, so you have to see what it is that's going on, because like I said, Spirit's going to bring this situation back together. But whatever it was, it's like, if somebody cut you off and you guys just stopped talking, it's because somebody was given an ultimatum. And now this person is very much in their thoughts about this, and I'm getting twin flame energy here for this situation. So sorry. I know you probably like, sick of this twin flame shit. This is a struggle. It is a difficult relationship. It is. I'm not gonna say it's not. But yeah, so for some of you, this is whatever it was that happened, that was cut off, that it was a third party situation. You know, that's kind of what this situation is here. It's like, whenever this person comes back around to you, it's just kind of extend yourself and be lighthearted. Don't try to hold things against each other, because like I said, whatever this is, it's showing that there's a need to learn how to control your emotions, you know, and not act out of emotion, and really like projection, okay? Because we tend to, our feelings, we project it out and we'll take things as, okay, well, they meant it like this or they meant it like that. And in reality, they probably meant it in a whole nother way. It's just our wounds is how we're receiving it, okay? So whatever it is that's going on there, just remember to control yourself. Like, really just try to look at it from a black and white standpoint, like from fact-based. Because, you know, sometimes when you look at it more logically, you're like, okay, well, maybe if I take out the emotion from this, how would I view this? And that'll be easier for you to kind of put this together here. But like I said, this situation is requiring effort to make it lasting. It's not a one and done type of thing. Not, oh, they came back and I'm over it. So you have to continue to work towards this. And for some of you, there may have been a death or something that happened suddenly, okay? And maybe this is something that happened to get you to like open your eyes and realize that these moments that we have are precious. So don't waste them. All right. Don't waste them in situations that aren't serving you. Don't waste them with people that you don't really feel a connection to. You know, we stay in situations out of guilt or out of obligation. And when we do that, we're doing injustice to ourselves and children, if you have children, and to the other person, because nobody in this situation is going to be fulfilled because you're not happy. You're pretending to be happy. All right. So like I said, you take what pieces of this resonates for you, because good Lord, I don't even fucking know. But here there's someone has a son, and there's someone here who is very loyal, and you guys might be going out to a movies, or you're eating some popcorn, you know, whatever it is, or just watching TV. So here we have, again, it's important when you're building these relationships, as I was just saying. So if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. It's just the cards that I'm pulling after I say what I say. They're confirming what I just said. So, but there's this need to be authentic. Okay. Now, whether it's business or whether it's personal, you have to be authentic with people. You know, when I go places, I don't care if it's my doctor's office, fucking a professional ass building, I'm buying furniture, I'm always me. So I talk how I talk, I curse, listen, I am me. You know, if it's an older person, I'm probably a little bit more respectful. But I'm just saying, like, I'm always who I am. And I want people, when I'm dealing with them, and I don't care what type of business it is, I want them to be who they are. I want them to be comfortable with me. I don't like the fake, oh, hi, I'm Bob, and, you know, blah, blah, like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear shit. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about it personally. Everybody's not the same. So be authentic, you know, be authentic, because people really appreciate it. And you can feel when someone is being fake. You know, I don't like fake shit. I don't like it. I hate it. So it's important when you're doing that, okay? So whatever it is that you're doing, just make sure you're being authentically you, you're being honest, and you're being true to yourself above everything else. And make sure whatever it is that you're trying to build or you're trying to go towards, that it's not compromising who you are, not your morals, not your values, you know, whatever it is that you stand for, make sure that you continue to stand for that, and you don't waver on that just because somebody says, oh, well, you know, I don't like this about you, or we could work it out, but these things have to change. You know, if that's who you are, like the core of you, authentically you, don't change that. You know, that's not negotiable. You are who the fuck you are. You either like me or you don't like me. You accept me or you don't accept me. You don't need to change because somebody else wants you to. Okay? What happened? Not yet, bud. I already told you why. No. Hey, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, so sorry about that. But whatever it is, like I said, just make sure you're being smart when you're going into these things. And there's Scorpio energy that's coming out here. So again, remaining in your power, standing true to who you are, and, you know, see if you're being a little bit stubborn. You know, make sure that you're not in a place where you're not willing to compromise. Like I said, there's some things that we can all compromise on, but personal characteristics, who I am as a person, non-negotiable. All right, unless it's for like improvement, like, you know, maybe I'm an asshole most of the time and I can improve that and be a little bit nicer, then yes, okay, room for improvement. But if somebody's really trying to change you, don't do that. So yeah, whatever, like I said, whatever this energy is, there's someone who's very strong-willed in this situation. All right, like they're not backing down, and I don't know if it's the third party or if it's you or the other person, but there's someone here, like it's like they're not stopping. So maybe they're just stubborn and they want what they want, and they want it how they want it, when they want it. And that's what's going on here. But and again, like I said, there's somebody that the relationship just ended. And basically they're saying it's your choice if you want to take them back. And for some of you, this is going to happen, over the summer, if you decide like, yes, I want this relationship back. I want to fix it. I want to work on it. But whatever it was, like I said, this was something that's recent that happened. So you guys, like I said, weren't talking. And if you've been doing spell work, you have to continue to do that regularly. You know, I usually buy the 7-day candles if I'm doing anything like that. So that way I know, okay, the energy I put into it, I have about a week, and then I can light another candle. So however it is that you guys are doing this, just continue it, because that's going to build the momentum. Because they're saying it's again, it's the one and done, like that energy of somebody feels like if I just do this, then that's all I need to do. It's no, you have to continue. You have to keep doing it. You know, you can't just stop. And there's someone here, again, the energy of wanting to cater, like I want you to be what I want you to be. I want you to change. And then the silent treatment and the ghosting and all of this is someone who, like, they have to maintain control or have some type of control over the situation, or they're not going to be fully satisfied. And again, this is the stubborn energy. And things like this, it should be compromisable. This should be I could change this, we can work on this, we can make this better type of energy, because you don't want someone that's going to give you the silent treatment or just ghost you whenever they're in their feelings, or they don't know what the fuck they're doing, or whatever is going on with them, okay? Or because they're afraid. So this needs to get worked out. Again, so you choose what you're going to do with your life, because again, it is your life. I don't live your life. I'm just reading what's here. But you guys have mutual feelings. Okay, whatever it is, like if there's still feelings of love, you guys have these feelings. And like I said, whoever this person is, if you're the third party or the other person was a third party, that's what's going on here, is that emotion is still there. And if you guys haven't been talking, they still love you. They still want the same things that you want, but there's ego issues here where they're not speaking on it. And it's because it's like basically they want to have the upper hand. You know, it's like you come across people where if they feel like they don't have the upper hand, then it's not going to work for them, because they need to have something, you know. So if you're very independent or you don't need anybody, a lot of people don't know how to receive that, because it's like, okay, well, when you're pissed off at me or when you're done, then you're just going to get up and leave. And yes, that's what happens. You're done. You fucking leave. You know, when people have that type of control, like you're dependent on them or you need them for something, then they feel better about it because they know you can't just leave when you want to leave. And this individual might not respond immediately when, you know, if you text them, call them, whatever it is, they might see that you're calling or they see that you text them, but they're not responding to you immediately. So again, this goes with that ghosting energy. This is just like, oh, I'm just not going to respond or I'm going to ignore you until they fucking forget that you messaged them altogether, you know, and that's not okay. You know, that's fucked up and you need to see why you would treat somebody like that. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, so again, I keep getting like there's an emotional attachment. They just keep saying like different. There's a different person, a different energy. And whatever it is, whoever this person is with, it's like somebody doesn't feel safe with this person. And it's in the sense of maybe they don't feel safe to be honest. They don't feel safe to be vulnerable. Like whatever it is, it's like somebody doesn't feel comfortable enough to speak their truth. Excuse me. Okay, so there might be a surprise, like something that's unexpected that's going to happen. So it could be a third party that pops up out the blue and that's going to be the surprise, or it could just be a form of like some type of communication that's going to come about, you know, and maybe you're ready, maybe you're not ready, but that's something that's going to be happening. So I don't know if you're prepared for it or not. But if you know, however that is. But there's something here that's going to catch you off guard. And it doesn't always have to be bad, but this doesn't seem like it's great right now. Because maybe you learned about it by surprise. Or that's, you know, maybe that was a third party situation and you just learned about it by surprise and it just kind of caught you off guard. So it kind of threw everything off. But again, like I said, it's like they keep showing me that you guys are on a timeout, that you guys are not talking right now. Maybe you guys are at a distance from each other. And there's a lot of, there's resistance. There's this really guarded energy between you guys. So whatever it is, it's like if there is emotions, there are all these things. They're not coming forward right now because they're just, like I said, there's the ego, there's the control. There's the stubbornness. There's just very guarded and it's like they don't know how to get out of that to get over here. And again, I swear this is like the same shit over and over and over again. They keep saying make the effort. Okay, so whoever it is that's not making the effort, whoever did the ghosting, whoever vanished into the fucking nothingness, you know, you can't be afraid of everything. If you're afraid of a relationship, if you're afraid of opening up, if you're afraid of being honest and being who you truly are, what kind of life are you living? And are you even fucking living? Because it sounds like you're more existing and you're living out of fear instead of out of just, I'm actually living my life and enjoying it and taking my experiences as they come. And this is an individual here who is funny. And if this is a masculine energy that I'm talking to, then it's like someone has a nice body, a nice shape. And again, we have someone here who is a procrastinator, which it goes into all the other stubbornness and all that other bullshit that's here. So this is wild. Some of you might be overwhelmed, or you're doing too much, or you're putting too much on your plate. And you have to find a balance between that, especially if you're self-employed or you work from home. Sometimes you'll have a way of just kind of working past whatever normal hours, as opposed, you know, if you were at work, you'd be like, okay, I work fucking 9 to 5. At 9 o'clock, I'm here. 5 o'clock, I'm done. I go home and I enjoy my day. When you're at home, it's different. So try to set a schedule for yourself and not put so much on your plate, you know, especially if you're a person that easily gets overwhelmed and you're like, okay, well, me personally, I can handle maybe like 2 things, maybe 3 things out of the day that I'm okay, I could do these things. Anything else past that, I'm gonna lose my shit. So see where you're at in that, okay? And whatever it is that's going on here, there's a need to think bigger. All right, so whatever it is, if this is business and this is what you're working on, whatever it is you have going on, you know, you're working on your emotions, you're being who you are, and you're setting a schedule, you're setting a pace for yourself, but it's like you're doing it too small. You have to do more than what you're doing right now. All right. And again, whatever this is here, if you have the person that's trying to get you to do something, just try to be smart about what's going on and don't look at things for face value. Okay, try to see past what's being presented to you. And here we go again with this unbalanced energy. And I feel like more this is whoever the person that like vanished into the nothingness. I feel like this is their energy that's very unbalanced right now. And it's like they're it's almost like tests for you guys, you know, and it might not be like, hey, I like these tests or whatever. But again, it's things that you have to go through to see who you are, where you're at in your life, on your path. You know, see what lessons you have really learned and mastered so that you can move forward past that into something else, another cycle, you know, something new. Because here, so if this person, if you haven't talked to this person and maybe you were just like, fuck you, I'm not talking to you no more, I'm tired of talking to you, they're wondering if you're still like, if you've lost, if they've like really lost you, if there's still feelings, if there's still emotions after not speaking to you. Okay, because I guess they expected you to call them. They expected to hear from you by now. If they haven't heard from you, then this is what's going on. They're like, oh shit, you know, they're probably like, I really fucked up this time, and they don't know how to fix it. So that might be what they're going through right now, and that's why they're unbalanced, because they don't know how to bring the situation back. And like I said, whatever it is that they did, they can't just come back and it be one and done. It's going to be a continual effort that they need to put in, because if they don't do this, it's gonna fall to shit. And we're back with the attachment. So somebody here gets really attached to the outcomes, or like really like, I need to know how this is gonna work. I need to know if we're gonna be together. I need to know how this is gonna end. I need to know if they're gonna be faithful, if they're gonna lie, if they're gonna cheat. Chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out. Okay, I could sit here all day and tell you this is a great person, this relationship's gonna be awesome, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. Everyone has free will. So at this moment, they might be the best individual for your fucking life. Later on down the road, who knows what happens? Who knows how you guys treat each other, talk to each other? There's 1,000,001 things that changes all of this. So relax. The outcomes are with whatever you want to manifest. So if you're manifesting crazy shit and bad things, that's what's going to manifest. If you're manifesting, this is a loving, caring relationship, and this is going to be my forever person, and that's how you view each other, then it's going to last for the rest of your life. Chill. You can't focus on things like that, because it's not going to serve you. It's just not going to be serving to you. Okay, and again, this person misses you, whether or not they've said it, they've acted like it, or any fucking combination. They miss you. They really want you back. Okay, they want to reconcile with you, but like I said, if this person, okay. So that whatever it was, like maybe there was something that happened and it kind of caught everybody off guard. Like it caught you off guard when you found out about this third party, because maybe there was something tragic that happened and that's where you found out about this. Okay, and with that, it was a surprise to you, and maybe they weren't ready to have that conversation or let you know that's what was going on. And because the way this situation presented itself, that's why they are having a hard time coming back to you or apologizing or making amends. But you know how deep your connection was with this individual, so you know whether or not you're going to take them back, you're going to talk to them, you know what you're going to do or what you're not going to do. But this person really does miss you, and they really do care about you. But because you haven't reached out to them, they're not sure if you feel the same way. But they show me that you guys care about each other, you know, and again, they just keep saying that they really miss you. And I'm sorry if you don't want to hear the shit. I'm sorry, but this is what they're saying. I can't help it. You know, they really, really do miss you. And maybe it's like, they probably want to talk to you again, or like take you out or have a date or something like really small, maybe coffee, like something like that, just to see if the connection's still there, or if you know, if you guys still have that. you know, and that might be like, if they reach out, it might just be like, oh, hey, you know, testing the waters type of energy. They'd be like, hey, can we meet up, or can we go do something, like, you know, something like that. It's going to be just to test the waters to see if you guys still feel the same type of energy, the same type of love. But whatever it was that happened here, it's like somebody felt either they were acting from a vindictive place, you know, they were whatever. Okay, so if there was a third party, this third party energy, if they were with somebody else and they didn't tell you they were with somebody else, or whatever that was, maybe they were trying to hurt you. They were being vindictive, okay? And they were just stringing you along to, you know, get that reaction out of you, or to cause you some type of pain. And maybe now they realize they really did love you and they really do care about you, and they fucked it up. Okay, that's one scenario. The other is maybe they're just, you feel like they were just acting out of a vindictive place. You know, maybe something happened before where you hurt them by mistake, or something happened where things didn't go, you know, like I said, this person doesn't seem to communicate very well, and they keep things inside, and they're very controlling. But whatever it was, it's like maybe you guys had this thing where maybe they felt there was nothing there, or they just wanted you to feel that way. You know, maybe they wanted you to feel like they loved you, or that they didn't love you, just to hurt you. And yes, it sounds shitty, and I know, and I'm sorry, but that's all I could say. And for some of you, maybe this person was using you for money, or wanted money from you, and maybe that's how you felt. Maybe you felt like all this person wanted was money from you, and you felt like you were being strung along, you know. So it's like, whatever it was, this is all like, you take which message is yours, because they're just popping out. So here, yeah, whatever. Okay, so if somebody recently lost somebody, like if somebody passed, like crossed over, this person is like, they withdrew. All right, they withdrew because it just, whatever it was, it's like caught them off guard and it broke them. And then everything else that's happening, if there was an affair and a third party and all the relationships and shit's falling apart, this is like, all of this is just causing this person to go into hermit mode. So that's probably part of the other reason why you haven't heard from them, because they're trying to process everything that's happened recently. And like I said, this was lessons. Whatever this individual is going through right now, these are lessons for them. Oh, damn, Brittany. I'm looking at a lot of cards right now, so at least it makes sense, because I'm like, this is a lot, and I'm trying to keep it together. So yeah, whatever it is, it's like, this is, there was lessons to be learned here, okay? And this person is probably learning them now by withdrawing, and all of the pain that they have been experiencing. Because like I said, you know, everything is not, we don't learn, you know, when we're complacent and when everything's easy. We learn when we're suffering, when things are hard. Then it's like, okay, we open our eyes and we see things and we realize what it is that we're doing. So this person has been learning a lot of lessons. And like I said, if this person was using you, or was just being very vindictive towards you and giving you fake love, they realize right now that they really do care about you, and they fucked up. But somebody here has either been settling or is settling in the situation. And again, I keep getting this controlling energy, this Emperor energy here, because there's like, there's a blessing, there's a gift, you know, that it's either spirit that's trying to give it, but this person, okay, so basically whatever spirit's trying to bring in, trying to control this situation, is what's fucking it up. Okay, not allowing things to flow naturally, not being authentically you, not speaking on your feelings, not apologizing, you know, just not being genuine and feeling like you need to have control over everything that's happening here is causing a problem, because you're expecting someone to conform to you, to give to you, to change for you. And nobody needs to do that. You either love people as they are, or you don't. You know, you have to take the good and the bad. Nobody is perfect. So some of you might be getting an engagement ring, and that's what the gift is. And that, you know, whenever this person lets go of this fucking tight ass grip on needing everything to happen a certain way, it'll probably be better. But that's what the gift is that's coming in for you. And for some of you, this person that you're dealing with is they're black or Asian, and For others, there's older energy, like in their 50s or older, and there's this player type of energy. So maybe they're just always talking or dealing with a bunch of people because, hey, why not? You know, if they get hurt, everybody thinks it's okay to treat people how they want to treat them. So, and all of this shit, there's a lot of shit. There's so much shit. So here we go. We have Capricorn energy that's coming out here. And again, I have 333, 666. I think those are the only numbers I have here right now. So we have Capricorn energy, and it, like I said, whatever it is, you have to understand, you know, we are all unique beings. We all have magic. We all can create whatever it is that we want to create in our lives. But there is an energy here that someone's past is holding them back. All right, whatever it is that you're holding on to, you need to let that go. If it's past hurts, you know, past betrayals, whatever it was that happened to you before, you can't hold on to that and keep carrying that into your next relationship and then the next one and then the next one, because all you're doing is like almost like the fucking Santa sack. It's like you just keep stuffing it and stuffing it and stuffing it, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and heavier and heavier. At some point, all these burdens are going to consume you. You have to put the shit down. Let it go. It happened one time. It happened at one specific moment. Do not carry that shit the rest of your life, because it is going to eat you alive. And I know I allot a certain amount of time to be sad, to grieve, whatever the fuck it is. I allot time. And after that, I tell people, please do not bring this up. I don't want to talk about this. Like, I'm trying to move past this. So for me, I can't have it occupying my mental space. And then later on, enough time passes, it's easier to think about. It's easier to talk about. I'm not as sad. I'm not as heartbroken, you know. So try to just see what works for you, you know, because what works for me might not work for you. But that's how I function, because I don't have time to be depressed every day. I got life to live and I got kids. I don't have the fucking time for that. But yeah, like I said, communication is important for healing. And they're saying some of you might even get healing through music. Or there's messages or some type of communication that's trying to be given towards you. Okay, they might be sending you messages in music. So you see what it is for you. If you know that this person loves music and maybe they post it on their social media or they send links or whatever it is, listen to the songs, listen to the types of what they're posting. So that way you can see what they're feeling or what messages they're trying to relay to you, okay? Because for some of you, that is going to help heal the situation. And again, they keep saying outside. So some of you really need to go outside into nature to get grounded, all right? Especially if you're empathic or you're very sensitive to other people's energies, you need to go and do this. And others of you, like I said, allow yourself to be noticed. Stop hiding in the background. You have to stand in your truth and be who you are, especially if this is more business related. Don't be afraid of being who you are and what you're meant to do, okay? Because that's not going to serve anyone. You know, if you have a gift and you're meant to use it, then you need to go and use the shit, because it's not going to do you or anybody any good if you're keeping it to yourself and you're hiding it. All right, but whatever this is, this person is very... you have a tough cookie. This is a tough one here, because this person is so fucking distant and closed off that I don't know what to tell you or how to get this out of here. But whatever it is, understand that this person has learned lessons. They're showing me that these cycles have completed. So whatever connections they have going on, whatever it was that they were after originally, they're probably learning that it may not have been the right way to approach you, or they were going about things the wrong way. But they're going to come back. You decide if it's worth it and if you want to do that. But make sure that you don't just let them come back in and that's it. So make sure that you're like, okay, you need to put the effort in. You need to be consistent. You need to show me you want this consistently, not just, I want you back and that's it. Make sure that this person is being fucking consistent. Force them, like, you're not playing games with me this time around. Like, this is either we're going to do this or we're not going to fucking do this. Because this person has a big, big ego. Okay, and no matter how they feel, how much they miss you, they love you, like there's a lot of feelings here, but they're not saying none of this shit to you. So this is why they feel unbalanced. So if they're watching this is why you can't get your shit together and why you're unbalanced right now, because you're trying to control everything and you're not being authentic and you're not being honest about your feelings. Okay, because you're afraid of getting hurt or you're afraid of losing somebody. You need to speak your truth. That's the only way you're going to get back into balance. Be honest with whatever situation you got going on. All right, so that is the relationship reading. I think, what the hell am I doing next? I'm doing the feminine reading next. So thank you guys. I love you guys. I know this sounds like a shit show and I'm sorry, but hopefully you guys get some clarity from this and it lets you know how things are going and where they're going to go. So I will talk to you guys in a few seconds. Have a good day.